Davido says his generation should make way for younger artists. Is the big three era ending? Imagine a music industry without Davido dominating. No Davido versus Wizkid, no Burna Boy comparison, no big three debate. Sounds impossible, right? Well, Davido himself may have just given us a glimpse into that future. The Afrobeat superstar recently said that he and his artists from his generation need to eventually start making way for younger artists. And he didn't just say it casually. Davido said he doesn't want to be in his 40s still fighting for the spotlight with artists in their 20s. He even suggested that his generation may have only 5 or 6 years left at the center of the industry. So the big question is Davido preparing to step aside? And more importantly, who takes the Afrobeat crown when the big three generation finally steps back? My name is Isong. Welcome to Off the Beat podcast, and let's talk about it. What exactly did Davido say? Let's watch the video.
But everybody's last 5, 6.
No, don't say that. No,
Davido try you.
Yeah, Davido try.
Please don't say that word in my ear. I don't even want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, but can you just do like a residency?
Wait, let him finish.
Sorry.
Me, I'm not saying like, okay, like I can't, like music is my blood. You understand? But I'm just being me. Bro, I ain't trying to be 40 dragging with niggas that 20 something. That's just being real. I'm just
Why
being
am
real.
I?
It's different. Like, okay, look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z took a break and now he's doing this. Like, I can take a 10-year break and come back and do a 50 arena tour.
Yeah.
I have the catalog. He's
100%.
sing a song in my life again.
So true.
You understand? Nobody's touching my catalog.
That's true. And you cater to a wide audience. It's not just
So
us.
I'm saying
like
that.
Gen Z.
What I'm saying is that there are other things that music should be able to help you branch out to.
Okay,
other
yeah,
stuff.
fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? I'm not saying, oh, okay, I don't. No. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be 40 dragging with some of that 20 something. That's just me. I'm sorry.
No, I hear you.
So, like I was saying,
He essentially said he doesn't see himself reaching 40 while still trying to compete for the spotlight with the artists in their 20s. Davido is currently 33 and turns 34 in November. He described the next 5 to 6 years as the remaining window for his generation at the center of the music industry. Davido wasn't announcing his retirement. That's where some headlines can become misleading. He used Jay-Z as an example of someone who eventually stepped back from active music while remaining influential in the culture. So, what Davido appears to be talking about is not I'm quitting music. It's more like at some point we have to let the next generation take over. And honestly, that raises a very interesting question. Who exactly is that next generation? For more than a decade, Nigerian music has been dominated by few enormous names: Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy. Although the big three label has always been debated, there is no denying that these artists have played a massive role in taking Nigerian music to the global stage. They've sold out international venues, collaborated with global superstars, appeared on major international stages, and helped turn Afrobeat from a regional sound into a global phenomenon. Recent commentary continues to describe Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy as a generation that helped transform Nigerian pop into an international force. But here's the problem: every generation eventually gets replaced. Fela had his era. Then came artists like Tubaba, D'banj, and P-Square. Then came Davido, Wizkid, Olamide, and their contemporaries. Let's be honest, the next generation isn't coming. They are already here. Look at Rema, look at Ashake, look at Arashta. Victoni Odumodu Black, look at the number of younger artists who are already building international audiences. They aren't necessarily trying to become the next Davido. They are building their own identities. Rema has his own sound. Ashake has created a distinct fusion of Fuji-inspired street music and Afrobeat. Arashta has developed a global pop identity. Thames has carved out an international lane that goes beyond traditional Afrobeat. And artists like Odumodu Black are pushing Nigerian music into completely different cultural space. So perhaps the future of Nigerian music isn't going to have another big three. Maybe it's going to have a much bigger group of stars. There is another layer to Davido's statement. He is not simply saying, I'm getting older. He is acknowledging something that happens in every entertainment industry. At some point, established artists have to move from being the main character to becoming mentors, investors, executives, and cultural gatekeepers. And Davido has already done some of that. He has collaborated with and supported younger artists. That is one reason his comments are interesting, because Davido may eventually have a choice. Does he spend the next decade trying to remain the best artist in the room, or does he become one of the people helping decide who gets into the room next? Let's look at Jay-Z as the model. Jay-Z didn't disappear when he reduced his focus on releasing music. His influence expanded into business, entertainment, and culture. And that is potentially the model Davido is talking about. Here is where things get complicated. It is easy to say the old generation should make way, but should they? If Davido is still releasing hit songs, if Wizkid is still selling out shows, if Burna Boy is still attracting millions of listeners, why should they stop? This is where I think we need to separate two things. Making way doesn't necessarily mean disappearing. It means allowing other people to occupy space. You can still release music, you can still tour, you can still have hits, but you don't necessarily need to dominate every conversation. And that's probably the healthier way to look at Davido's statement. Because Nigerian music doesn't need Davido to disappear. It needs more Davidos, more artists capable of creating global opportunities, more artists capable of opening doors, more artists capable of creating careers that survive beyond one viral song. The question is, who should carry the crown? Now, let's get into the fun part. If Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy eventually begin stepping back, who takes over? Is it Rema? He already has a massive global audience. Is it Ashake? He is one of the most distinctive voices of his generation. Is it Tems? Our international profile is already enormous. Or could someone we haven't even mentioned becomes the next superstar? The next superstar doesn't always look obvious before they blow. What this means for upcoming artists. If you are an upcoming artist watching this, pay attention, because this might actually be one of the biggest opportunities of your generation. The artists who came before you created the road. They fought for international recognition. They built the audiences. They proved that Nigerian music could sell globally. Now, your job is not to copy them. Your job is to take the industry somewhere they haven't taken it yet. Don't try to become the next Davido. Become the first version of yourself. Because by the time the current generation really start stepping back, the artists who have already built their own identity will be the ones positioned to take over. Davido's comments may sound like retirement announcement, but they are not. They are more like a warning about the Nigerian circle of music. Every generation rises, every generation dominates, and eventually, every generation has to make room. Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy helped take Afrobeat to a level previous generation could only dream about. Now the question is, can the next generation take it even further? If Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy eventually step back from the center of Afrobeat, who should become the next phase of the next generation? See you in the next one. I remain your very one and only I Song Beat, and this was Off the Beat Podcast.